Hello, this is Jan with Embroidery Decor. This week's project is an upcycle towel. You can use either a regular towel, or you can use fabric, or you can use a used pillowcase. That's where this came from. All we did is we cut to the size we wanted. This one started at about 22 inches by 14 inches. You can cut them to any size you want. We can do the project one of two ways, either directly onto the fabric or onto other fabric and then fuse it on. So here's our design. We need some Steam-A-Seam too. It's sticky on both sides. Our scissors for cutting. Got to get all those little threads out of the way. Regular scissors for cutting the fabric. An iron for steaming it on. And something to use to cut around your design. I'm just going to use one of the hoops that we have as our design. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our fabric, and all I've done is I have serged around the edges and then sewn it down for a finished edge. If you're using fabric that does not fray, you don't even have to do that. So very simply, I'm going to fold it in half to figure out where my middle is. I usually just crease it. You can put a pin in there. And then I'm going to push it back. Right there on that E. Now we take our design. You want to make sure it's ironed pretty flat. And then I'm going to flip it over on the back. I'm going to cut mine out in a circle. Take my pen on the back. So you're cutting, you're drawing it on the backing. You can use any type of shape you choose. And then you're just going to cut it out and round. The reason I leave my backing on is so that I don't pull on the fabric when I'm marking. It also allows a nice area to be able to see the marking. Sometimes fabric you can't see. I just did these out of a single ply of fabric. If you like to, you can double it. Now once you have that cut around, make sure you get it trimmed nicely. You want to take off your backing. This is tearaway backing. On our website at embroiderydecor.com, we did an article on backing. This is tearaway. You want to hold your finger down on the design and pull around. You do not want to pull on the threads of your design. It can warp it. It can warp the fabric. You just work your way around. If you decided to use cutaway instead of tearaway on your design, you'll need to cut as close as possible so that the design will seal to your fabric with the Steam-A-Seam too. If you used sticky back, when you pulled it off, you would have it already ripped away or torn away. If you use any kind of backing that is water soluble, you could probably just wash it off or pull it off. Really, any design will work, any fabric will work. Just a design we were working on for this week, and I thought this would be fun to do, give away as a gift. So we've pulled that all off. Now we take our Steam-A-Seam too. It is 3 pieces. Basically, there's, if you can see, that's sticky, and the other part is sticky as well. We're going to put it, I like to use both, just to get an idea, and I cut it. This way I don't waste quite so much. Then pull off one of the tops or bottom and place it on. The nice thing is that because it is so sticky, if you make a mistake, all you have to do is pull that back up. Do not steam this yet. You're just going to use your finger, push it around, pushing the fabric down. Once you seam it, it's a permanent bond. This also seals in any edges that you may have. I'll go ahead and cut this out. Make sure you cut all of it off. If you do not, you will have little bits of this sticky stuff all over your iron. It's a pain in the rear end to get off. You can get it off, it's just not any fun. All the way around. When you do use the seam steam, make sure you do have water and steam in it, your iron, so that it works better. Now we had our middle. Decide where we want our design. There's another backing on this. We're just going to peel it up. This one doesn't want to go. There we go. You see how there's a backing sticking onto it. It peels off very nicely. We place that where we want it. Again, push it down with your fingers. And if you have it in the wrong place, you can just lift it up and move it. This stuff is great for doing any kind of appliquing with or without embroidery. There. Once you have it where you want it, make sure you have your steam. Steam it, push it down. As it starts to seal, you want to go around and make sure you get all the bubbles out. Get as close as you can to the stitches so that it doesn't look like it's puckering. If you have a little iron for quilting, you can use that to get in. If not, the steam setting seems to work really well. I like to put a decorative stitch around the outside of it. When it holds it down, it adds a little bit to it. It also can seal the edges. Fold it all up. And there you have it. This one's already complete. This has the stitching on it. I used a twisted blue thread. It's actually embroidery thread that I used in my sewing machine. So we have a set of them now. We'll finish that one up in a minute. If you're going to do it right onto your fabric, this is just a piece of fabric we had left over from a project. We just embroidered straight onto it. Again, we finished the edges. Like a little towel. Now, I like my towels to be functional as well as pretty. So I prefer to use cottons because you can, if you need to, throw this on the counter and clean something up. Don't forget to use your scissors. Make sure all your designs are all trimmed up and pretty. And there you have it, an upcycle towel with embroidery and a snap. Happy embroidering. Thanks.